Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is it's a yes or no reading. So, there's 4 piles, pile 1, pile 2, no, there's not 4 piles. There's 7 piles, pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So pick one of the 7 piles and let's get started. Also, this is not a substitute for your own intuitional awareness. Use this as a guide, but you are the ultimate authority on your life. So your intuition trumps this and other pick a card readings as well. All right, so let's get started. Pile number 1. Pile number 1. Let us see. Yes or no? I'm sensing that it's nuanced, but the Tower, I'm hearing it's nuanced. The 9 of Pentacles, I'm hearing it could be over until it begins, is what I'm hearing. So we've got the Moon, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. So it almost feels like it's run its course. Like you could give it a try. You could try to get the engine running on this issue, but it's like it feels like it could be over in a lot of cases. The question you have to ask yourself is, it's almost like you've gone through the situation, you've gone through a lot of chaos with this, you've gone through a lot of like, how should I say it, like, it's like you've gone through a lot of like, it had its ups and downs. It's downs and ups and downs. You've come together, come apart, come together, come apart, or whatever the situation is. It's kind of like been rocky, and the question is, are you willing to invest or inject or ingest into this situation? Like what it needs to keep running, and it may have run its course. It may have run its course, and but there may be in some cases some sort of gems of wisdom or love or positivity left in it, but it feels like very much dead energy, and it feels like it's gone through this chaotic and just unstable energy. And basically, like it's like basically this chaotic energy, and it's almost like to change the situation. It's like you may have gone over it again. It just feels like the same rut over and over again. But you may need to go into a spiritual state and get some extra wisdom and to it, and it's basically this this extra wisdom into it, and basically to figure out what is exactly going on in this situation. And there may be some spiritual essence left in it, but it may have been like dead energy, and you should cut your losses. So it feels in a lot of cases a no, but it may have, for some, it may hold some sort of spiritual wisdom or positivity still left in it. But it tends towards a no. But like, I'm hearing, if you feel if it's a yes, kind of go up within yourself and kind of get yourself out of the rut of the situation. Go up in this spiritual connection to feel if essentially there might be something left to it. There may be something left, but you have to go up into this spiritual place of wisdom in order to figure that out. And you'll know, I'm hearing. You will know. Pile number 2. Pile number, yes or no. Let us see. An interesting stone. It's pink with all these striations. King of Pentacles, Judgment, Patience. The first thing I heard was 80% no, I'm hearing. And it feels like there's a heavy, oppressive presence with the King of Pentacles, the Judgment, the 7 of Pentacles, the 5 of... And it feels 80% no. It feels like there's a heavy, oppressive presence that is basically lording over the situation. It's like this black cloud that's kind of trying to oppress the whole situation, and yeah. It's kind of, it may even be a manipulative gaslighting energy, because this is pink and it's got this striation. It feels like a manipulative gaslighting situation, and you may need to outmaneuver the person or the situation in a certain way. So it may be a yes, but it feels almost gaslighting and manipulative, and it's basically, it feels like your patience may have run thin, and maybe it should. It's almost giving me the energy of somebody's promising something, and yeah, they're promising something, and they're basically just essentially waiting for something to happen. And it's like, but I'm hearing but in some cases, for 20% of the cases, the situation may actually, even though it has this oppressive gaslighting situation, it may change with speed, or you may be bumped further into a situation in which it could be a slight, small possibility of yes, or you may be bumped out of the situation with a lot of speed, with a lot of oomph. You may be, but it feels just as like, it's like something is very toxic, and you may have learned your lesson about just how toxic and basically oppressive the situation is. And it's like it's it's basically this oppressive situation. It may basically, you may come out of this situation unscathed, but be kind of careful, and kind of use your wisdom to decide here. I'm hearing that there's almost like this dark force that can take over your mind, and maybe just in your mind, or maybe in a person, but it's kind of like, I'm hearing you may need to move fast away from the situation. You may be moved quickly away from the situation, or there may be some aspect of the situation that darkens so you can have a more positive aspect of this particular situation. I hope that look in the depths of someone's childhood in some cases, because there may be some childhood trauma that's coming up in this situation. Yeah, interesting that would come up, but there may be some trauma issues coming up in this situation that you need to look at, either in another person or yourself, or both, and that will help you understand the complexity of the situation. That's pile number 2. Pile number 3. Ooh, interesting. The black stone. I always wonder, okay, 5 of Wands, 7, okay, interesting. So this feels like a spiritual search, and it may feel like, this feels like it involves a spiritual search, and I'm hearing that your guides are congratulating yourself on going onto this spiritual search, and it feels that that is the yes. The fact that you've completed something within yourself and dealt with a dark issue, that is the yes. The fact that you've moved in or out of dark waters in a way that is very fortuitous and positive on your part, and it will make either this situation a yes, or, so if it's not this situation, it will make another situation that you're in a yes. It will make basically like, it will make another closely related, either this situation or closely related situation, yes. But it feels like you've gone into this oppressive energy, worked really hard, almost gone on a spiritual journey, and that is what is making this a yes. But I'm hearing that it will not only make this situation a yes, but other situations in your life will become a yes as well, because it's like you've gone on this journey, and it's like, it's not just this situation, So I'm hearing if this situation is not a yes, it feels like a hard yes, as in you've gone through a lot of SHIT to get to it. But it's like, even if it isn't, it's like it's like something very closely related will be a yes. And if it is a yes, it's like almost other aspects of your life will be a yes as well, because it's like it will be a yes because it's like essentially like um it's connected to this inner work that you've done, or this inner progress that's even connected. I'm just seeing these tentacles, like if you've done physical work, it's connected to emotional work. If it's emotional work, it's connected to physical work, connected to financial work. So it's like a whole cluster of yeses. And if it's not a yes, something very closely related will be a yes. So I'm hearing great congratulations on the work that you've done. So that's pile number 4. Let's see. Pile number 4. Okay. I'm hearing somebody is running away for this pile. Someone is running away. You may not. It feels like a slight duplicitous energy to it. And it could be even. And I don't want you to take this in the wrong way or be offended. It could even be yourself that's almost running away from the situation. It could be someone else, or it could be you running away from the situation. I'm hearing great fear. There is great fear involved in this situation. And I'm hearing that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a yes. Because it could be a yes, but it's like it's like there's so much confusion in this situation that you almost have to extricate yourself from the confusion. And it could be between two people. I mean, there's two people, or a situation that appears to be a certain way, because it could be about illusions. And it's almost like there's a demonic energy trying to mess things up or keep you apart or show confusion about the situation. Someone may be running away. You may be running away in parts of your mind. I'm hearing you need to tame the parts of your mind that are filled with anxiety, that are filled with absolute anxiety. And it's just like, because somebody fears being left out in the cold, or someone feels that they're already left out in the cold. They don't understand what's actually going on. But I'm hearing, there could be demonic energy. I'm hearing it could be an actual demon, because they're everywhere, right? The dark side, the demons and what have you, right? The small demons, the big demons, everything in between. But I'm hearing a mother-in-law, a meddling family member or mother-in-law. In some case, it may be sowing seeds of, like someone has demonically sowed seeds of confusion. And now you're running away, or this person is running away, or some situation has gone off because of some meddlesome energy. And it's like, so I'm hearing that something, it could be a no if it's gone off track so much. It feels like I'm hearing you need to learn how to deal. This pile needs to know how to learn to deal with the dark side. That is your lesson for this pile. Is whether it's a yes or a no, you need to learn to deal with the dark side. And it could be a dark side within yourself, a part that needs to run away, but it could also be a dark side with somebody else who wants to run away as well, or somebody who has caused this. Acknowledging the dark side in other people, acknowledging that the dark side exists. That's what it feels like, your lesson. So I'm hearing with a yes, it could be a yes, but it's like you need to sow through all the confusion that this dark side demonic energy is almost like seated in your mind, in other people's mind, in the whole situation, either on the other side or the demonic energy working through a person. So it's like, it feels like things are shooting everywhere. Like illusions are being created. People, what they thought what the illusion wasn't, they may think that something is an illusion that isn't, or that they think that something is true that isn't an illusion. It's like, it gives me meddlesome mother-in-law energy. That's interesting. Meddlesome mother-in-law. Interesting. Maybe I'll do a reading on that. What's the karma for your meddling, meddlesome mother-in-law? Maybe I'll do that as a future reading. But yeah, it feels like, yeah, that's your lesson. And if it's a no, it could have gone so off the the deep end with this meddlesome energy. And the lesson would be for you is to know when to cut your losses, know when things have gone too far, because that's the lesson of the situation I'm sensing. It's like, because it's like something has gone too far, whether it's a yes or a no. Something has gone, and it may have gone too far. This energy may have gone too far, that it may have gone into no land because of that, and it may not be able to be recovered. But it may also be able to be recovered, and it would be a yes energy, and in that case, like in that case, basically, then it could be a yes, but the nuance is to know where's the meddlesome energy, and when can the meddlesome energy or the poison be extracted to the point where it's a yes, and when can the poison be extracted to the point where it's gone too far and it's a no. I hope that makes sense. Interesting energy. Pile number 5. Let's see. Yes or no. What do we got for pile number 5? Gold. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. 10 of wands. 10 of wands. So I combined 2 decks. The Hierophant and material. Oh my goodness. Materialism and gold. I picked gold for this pile. That is crazy. So it's also known as the devil card, but materialism and then gold. So it feels that this situation, it could be a yes. It could be a situation that does not make a person very happy. So watch for sabotage. It could be a situation someone may not want you to have like what you want. So I'm hearing that, like, I'm seeing the Hierophant. You may have completed something and this is your due. But there may be somebody who's essentially very like dominate and over the situation. I'm hearing they don't want you to have it. At first I was going to say you're too materialistic. That's what I thought. Oh, maybe it might be that, but I'm hearing no. It's something like this force. It is, I'm hearing, no, it's something about, it is your due, and it should be a yes, but there's some sort of weird energy that's like, it could be a man, it could be a woman, but I'm just seeing this here. They know that you've completed something, but they want to get in your way. They want to deny it. So I'm hearing ask for spiritual forces to help you get what is yours. I'm hearing if you ask for the powers or spiritual forces like angelic, they may be able to shut down this negative energy. But I'm hearing it's not that you're too materialistic. This is something that you've earned. You've earned this thing, and it's completed. It's something that you should have, except for this oppressive force. I'm getting very interesting. This is a very interesting yes or no. All the piles are very interesting today. It's like they're very, very interesting. And basically, so you've completed it, and it should be yours. So I'm hearing that ask for the powers to help you because you've earned something. It feels like you've earned something. And somebody doesn't think that you've earned it. They have, like, it's like somebody or some force or person or energy. It could even be a company. I'm hearing it's a person, a company, or a force that's trying to get in the way of you getting something that you should actually have. So yeah, ask for the angel or the powers to help. The powers, as I'm hearing, is to help to, or you may even want to you could do spell work, but you don't even have to do that. You don't have to even do that. It's just calling on proper, some people aren't necessarily comfortable with spell work, and I'm not really a spell work person either. So it's like, but maybe you are. If you are and you feel that's appropriate, maybe you could do like a road opening spell. I don't really know much about spells, all that much, but like I listen to some people sometimes who have some information in regards to that. But I mean, just call on that and you'll be able to get what is yours. But it feels like this spiritual uplevelment, like it's connected to this huge spiritual uplevelment. And it's almost like, okay, this is what I'm seeing. Like, you know, when you're in a video game, it's almost like you've met to the level where there is like somebody in a video game and you want to fight them. You want to basically get to the level of a video game, and then they're basically like in the way, and then you know that you have to defeat to get to the final level or one or really important level of a video game, and there's this force. That's what it feels like. It feels like something you've earned, but there's this force that's like the final level of the video game that's really the difficult villain, right? You know, you're at the end of the video game, there's really really oppressive, you know, that prickly guy in like Nintendo, and they're just gonna get in the way of your video game. So you want to defeat this enemy force by going in your inner strength, but also asking for the outer strength energy as well too for powerful. Interesting. It feels like a spiritual up level. That's what it feels like for me. But pile number 5. Let's see. Pile number 5 at 2035 in the time span. So let's see. We've got 4 of Swords, the Tower, and 6 of Pentacles. I'm hearing it tends like about 65% no, about maybe 25% chance of yes. Yeah, 65 percent no, 25% of yes, something like that. Why is that? Let's see, why is that? Because of something. I'm feeling that something fundamentally went wrong in this situation. So something fundamentally went wrong in this situation, and it's like and it's essentially someone was asleep at the job or something. It gives me the sense that something wasn't responsible. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, and it caused a problem. Like, it's almost like, okay, you were supposed to get a particular job or a promotion, and the secretary bungled something up. And it doesn't quite, maybe in some cases it's intentional, but other cases it feels unintentional. But it feels like somebody just bungled something up. And it's kind of like, what are you going to do with it now? What are you going to do with this whole situation? That's what it feels like. And it could be made a yes, but it feels like there's just something about the situation that feels like it tends towards no. So 65% no, 25% yes, and it could be sorted through. I'm hearing, it feels like it's sort of like a comedy of errors. Yeah, like somebody was in charge who wasn't supposed to, or there was some sort of misunderstanding that caused the situation to go haywire. But I'm hearing it could be a yes if it's sorted out, or if the person, like, for example, like, you were supposed to get a job, a new secretary was fired, so your whole resume or something about somebody who liked you is now gone because of the situation. And now you're not going to get the job. You're going to get this lucrative job, and now the secretary is gone. Because of that, it created this chain reaction where the person who liked you was going to fire, or someone was fired, but they were going to like basically hire you, and then basically and then they're like, but then it could be sorted out. So I'm hearing, if you really want the situation, ask for it to be, for someone to be reprimanded, or for someone to be reinstated, or for something to be absolved or reabsorbed. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but if you do that, then you will essentially, you could get it to be a yes. But I'm hearing in some cases rejection is God's protection. So I'm hearing in some cases you might actually want this to be a no. Like, for example, in the job interview, the job may look really good, but it may be actually meant to be a no. Like, there may be this, like, you know, the comedy of errors, like the secretary was fired, and then your resume got lost, and now you're not going to get fired. But I'm hearing in some cases it might actually be a good thing. But if it's not a good thing, then try to ask, I'm hearing ask for the proper will to be done. So if there was, for example, I'm not saying it's necessarily about being hired in a company, that's just the example that came up. If it's actually supposed to happen, intend that it does. And if it's not supposed to, then then don't, like, if that makes sense. So ask for the right thing to have happen. And that's pile number 6. Now we're going to go to pile number 7. So hello, pile number 7. Hello, pile number 7, 2437. On the timestamps, let us see. All right, pile number 7. 2 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Three of Swords. And interesting. So I'm hearing that victory, you will prevail, not because it's interesting. We've got Three of Swords, Two of Swords, and then we've got a heartbreak card. We've got sort of an indecision card, mental card, Three of Swords, Two of Swords, but we've got a victory, a very strong, victorious energy in between. So I'm hearing you will prevail, but not necessarily in the way that you may think or in the avenue that you may think. There may be a circuitous route to getting with this that you want, and it's basically essentially somebody may be, I'm hearing this, it's like the last minute, say someone may be inspired to do something for you or help you. It just feels like everything's up in the air, and sometimes you don't know how the situation will resolve, but resolve itself it will. It may go directly to this one thing that you want. It may go circuitously, you know, into what you want, but it may be also someone may be inspired to give you something at the last minute. It's like it feels like everything is up in the air. It feels like there may be pain involved in the situation, but it feels like something may, like, just some force may put it in the right direction at the last minute, like a doctor or some benevolent sort of person, like maybe an old woman, an old man, like something, I don't know, I didn't use these cards for the rest, a servant, someone, it's like somebody who feels that they owe you in some way might want to help you in this situation. It's like, I'm hearing that you have good karma built up, and this person may know that, and they may help you because of that, because they know that you have good karma built up. And they also may know that someone else may be false in this situation and not good, and they, because of that, because of this other person's negativity, they may help you. So it's weird, it's like fortune and victory. It feels like something like positive in terms of like a fortune or a victory, but then it feels like there was heartbreak involved to get to this point. But there may be this, something may be hinging on somebody who may somehow, or it may be like a universal forces going to this person, but it like that will somehow shift it to this energy. But it's like, it feels like almost like your life is all hinged upon that, hinged upon that, essentially, yeah, basically, like something is hinging upon something, but it's like one thing might connect to another thing, may connect to something, may circuitously, like, be arranged to have happen. And it's just basically, it may turn out in a way that you may anticipate, or also in a way that you may not anticipate. So I'm hearing Godspeed ahead.